Okay, the clock is running. So this is the 19th video in the series of the war game of the Battle of Quatre Bras and Ligny as a prelude to the Battle of Waterloo. It is June 16th, 1815, 6 p.m. Turn 17 out of turn 36. And it is French movement. Let me get rid of the objective indications on the map and let me put in elevations. Okay, now I cannot remember if I've moved for Quatre Bras. I think so, but let me go over there and just do a couple spot checks. Nope, looks like I didn't move there. So let's start with there. Okay, above Quatre Bras we have a line, battalion, infantry battalion in column. Here we have another one in column. We have two mounted regiments. Okay, so those are fresh reinforcements. Down here we have a routed column. A routed column, disordered skirmisher. Two skirmishers here. Two disordered columns in square, which means they can't come out of square. And we have a disordered cavalry. And he disordered one of my infantry battalions. Okay. And then we have an infantry battalion in column and one in line, which is why they disordered. Two different formations in the same hex. And then we have two skirmishers which are disordered. Now the situations are so favorable, we're going to have to go on the attack. Okay. These are two skirmishers, so they can't stop. They have no zones of control, so they can't stop my advance right there. So we're going to put fire on these two battalions in square. This guy's in line. This guy's in line. This guy's in line. Well, we'll move this guy in line. Two hexes up. This guy's in column. This guy's in line. Okay, we're going to put this guy in line. And we're going to turn this guy a click to the left so he can fire on that stack. I don't know why he advanced like that. I'm going to turn this guy a click so he can charge next turn. These 2 cavalry units next turn will charge down on this guy. He's in column. So I'll cast the zone of control behind this guy, which means, and there's another zone of control coming out of here, which means he's in effect trapped. Well, I'd like to attack. Well, maybe I should. We've got a routed column. Column's pretty big, but it's routed, and we've got a disordered skirmish. And I've got 2 cavalry units, that's 350 and 450, that I could charge this stack with. Yeah, I think I will. And this guy will charge. Oh no! Shit! Oh, I shouldn't say that. I should have done what I wanted to and bring this guy down here. These guys are too big to stack up. Well, I made an error. Let's see if it costs me. It probably will. This guy up here should have come down this road, and then this guy would have come down here, and both of them should have charged. But I thought, oh, I'll stack them up. Well, I forgot. Well, supposedly, oh, this can take 1,050 infantry, but I think a cavalry may count for 10 each. Let's check the parameters and see. I don't get this at all. Stacking parameters. Well, this is worthless. It doesn't tell me how many cavalry equals an infantryman for stacking purposes. I think it might be 10. This thing should have made that clear. Guns are 14. Oh, here we go. Oh, maximum of 600 men for stacking. I've got, I think, slightly over that. Oh, well, lesson learned. My poor troops will pay for it in the way of casualties, unfortunately. Okay. Let's move this disordered unit out of the way. Ah, geez. Another disordered one behind him. We'll move this guy up. He is not disordered. And we'll put him in. Oh, I don't have enough movement points. Well, I was going to put him into square, but I ran out of movement points. But this cavalry unit, my unit is 521 men, which is really big. And his cavalry unit can't charge, which means it can't triple. So I doubt if he's 525 men. So he's not going to be able to melee me. And next turn I'll go into square. Okay, in the woods, I'm going to put this battalion into column. See if he can move up here. He can, and oh, what a surprise. Here's somebody else. We discover, don't know what it is. Probably a cavalry unit. Oh, get a clearer picture. Yes, it is. 2 cavalry units. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I'll have to watch it up here. So I'm attacking these guys, but it exposes my rear. Oh, and I don't have any cavalry. Oh, yes, I do, down this road. Okay. Let's move it up here. Maybe we can use it. We've got another one here. This is an artillery. Let's move the supply up here in case they run out of ammo. I don't think I need the artillery on this flank. So we're going to move it up here and deploy it out here somewhere. We'll move this other cavalry unit up. Those guys move a long way on this pike. Okay. I think that's all I can do in the Quatre Bras area. Now, let's see what we've got here. Ooh. These units are in column, and let me point them all in the same direction, because they're going to melee this stack. This guy's in line, and this guy's in line. He's in line, but he's disordered. He's in column. Oh, we have a square here. So we're going to put him in line to fire on the square. That's good. We've got 3 guys in column that are disordered. This guy here is in line. Well, let's get these disordered guys out of the way. Hopefully they can recover. We'll just put them back there for the moment. Move this cavalry there and turn it into the wind. And we've got a guy in line over here, so we'll move him up here. I think that's as far as he can go. Then this artillery unit, I'll move down here. Pretty couple turns he can deploy. What? Oh, these are skirmishes that are routed. I don't know if they'll ever recover. Takes a long time for skirmishers to require. Oh, we've got a column here that's routed right in front of my battery, so we'll give him some canister. This guy's in column and he's disordered. Okay. Whoa, that's a big pioneer. These are two disordered skirmishers. These guys are both in column. Let's see if I can get here. And I've got to turn. Okay, so these two guys, this engineer and this battalion in column, are going to melee these two disordered skirmishers. We've got a disordered skirmisher here. One of these battalions, French battalions in column, has recovered from the disorder. So, see which way he's pointed. Up. Bad. This is a full-strength skirmisher, so he can be kind of strong. Well, this guy's 499 men. Well, we've got to turn him one click down and move him out. These two guys are faced in weird directions. What should I do with them? Well, I should block this routed guy in. I think I'll do that. Go up here with him. Go up here with him. Send this cavalry unit down. Now this is the best way to eliminate a unit. Because if he has to withdraw, he gets zapped, he's eliminated. Meanwhile, I've got these fresh units coming up to handle this guy. Oh, the French have some big engineer regiments here, 350 men. I don't think this guy's... Oh, these guys are faced the wrong way. By the time I reface him, I don't think... Well, let's try it. I don't think I'll have enough movement points to engage. Because they're faced this way, and they've got to face this way. So let's turn this guy a click. I got to turn him 2 clicks. Yeah. Well, let's see. Boom! He makes it. How excellent. Oh. And he makes it. Okay, so these two guys can melee this sucker. This guy's disordered, but ordinarily I'd pull him out to reform him, but he's pinning these guys in. So until these guys come up, we'll send this guy across the field here. That's as far as he can get. And we'll send one of these guys up here to come in this direction. Send some artillery up there. Whoa, look at all these guys. That's okay. I'll have some depth here, so if I get disordered, I can take out some of these units and relieve them. Let's move them all up the road here. Get in a battle. These British are living on borrowed time. Oop. Oop. Come on, that was too far. Another artillery unit or battery. Good. Can always use that. And then we've got zillions of supply here to bring up. Come on. Oh, what? There, finally. This is a lot of supply. Okay, that's it. Now, for these units, what do we got here? A square and skirmisher. He's in column, so he's going to go into line, deliver some firepower on that hex. Oh, look at that. A square. My. I like that high ground there. I was going to move an artillery unit on him. He was hiding on the backside of that ridge. I still might. I don't like to move artillery units right next to a unit like that because they can attack it But in this case, he's because he's in square, he's in quartered. He's quartered. I wish it was disordered too. Well, is it going to be worth it? I think so. Okay, I'm going to move this horse artillery down. Oh no. He can't stack with this guy. Because he's too big. Okay, I'll have to go back here. See if I can unlimber. I can. And I can't turn. So this cavalry unit is going to have to cover for him. So we'll turn him half a click so I exert a zone of control right there. $370. I wonder if I can stack with him. So that's probably 60. 370. 430. It says 1110. This was 1110. Why couldn't I stack with him? Very odd. Okay, well, let's give it a try. Can't stack with him either. Damn. Oh, this is getting to be. Okay, I'm going to bring him around this way. Oh, good, I could unlimber. Let's see if I can fire through these crops on this guy or this guy. And this guy. I'll bring out here as well. Okay. Now these leaders. I'm going to park them out of the way. I can see what I've got here. Okay, I'll turn this guy, and that's my move. Now this guy will go out to the right here, and I'll turn him 2 clicks, and that's the end of my move. Next turn, I'll put both of these in line, and then advance them on the square, so I'll fire with 3 units on them. I'll move these leaders out here. Okay, these 2 units should be able to stack, and they can, which is nice. Okay, we'll just close up here. These British should have got out when they could have, like 2 turns ago. Now they're trapped like rats. Okay. Oh, what's this guy doing down here? 450 men. Can't leave him behind. Go up to Quatre Bras. I'm sure you can do something up there. What's this? Oh, let me finish moving him. Okay, what's this guy doing out here? He doesn't need to be out there. Okay. I do believe that's it for Quatre Bras, so let's jet set over here to Ligny. Okay, let me check the time first. 32 minutes, so about halfway done. Whoop. Okay. Well, we've got this road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure it through here so he doesn't decide to go up and cut it. And we're going to have some fun with, oh, come on. That's a disordered unit. I remember that. He was disordered last turn. Shoot. I wanted to get that supply unit. I guess I still will. I'll do it from this side. Okay. Okay. Disordered. He's got a routed column and a supply unit. I've got a column down here, so I like to move it along the road, but I'd better go down here and hem him in. So I'm going to change to line. And I'll start to bring fire on this guy. This guy's in line already. Unfortunately, he's not going to move very far. Okay, we've got a disordered skirmisher here. Okay, we've got 3. We've got a disordered unit in line. We've got 2 others that are 2 disordered units. Or no, it's 1. So I don't want to melee with him, but he's going to hold position over here. So this guy, I'll turn him into the wind so he can melee these skirmishers. This guy's in line. So let's turn him. Okay, so we'll bring fire onto this stack. And he's limbered. How fortunate. So he can get right on the road. The infantry is in line. I'll put them on some high ground here. Like, I don't want to put them on the road, but maybe right here in this hex. And then if the Prussians try to launch any kind of offensive through here, I can bring fire on them. Oh, we've got a mounted guy here. Oh. Well, we'll send him up the road. This guy I'll have to switch to column, but meanwhile, disordered. That's all he can do. Well, he got off the road. That's something. Okay, this guy's in column and he's got some artillery that's limbered. So let's put him on the road. And we'll put the artillery behind him. And we'll move this supply up. And we'll move these two artillery batteries up. Boy, I'm gonna have plenty of artillery up there. And that's a good thing. These two batteries are probably going to wind up dropping down so I can fire on these guys. No, this guy's disordered. So I guess he'll stay where he's put. Now this artillery can't fire on anyone. So let's limber him up. We have this battalion behind us. This guy underneath him is in line, so we're going to put him in column. We're going to move him. Oh, what is this? A skirmisher. Not disordered either. Huh. Sneaky devil. Well, it's good my artillery's protected by 549 men. Man battalion, so I'm not going to have to worry about him. What a surprise. I couldn't see him over these crop lines. Okay. This guy's disordered. So we'll just start moving these guys down the road. I'm getting some strength up there. I've secured a crossroads. Now I'll start funneling these guys through it. So I go hold that road going north of Havre. We'll see how. Well, he may not be able to see, maybe he will, that I'm going up there. We'll see how he reacts in any case. This is a lot of strength going up there. Oh, how did this unit route on a road? These skirmishers are so unreliable. They just route. Sometimes it seems like for no good reason. I mean, there's no reason back there. Nobody attacked him. He was moving on a road. So I guess the fact that he moved, well, his morale was C. So that's average. I don't see why he'd route, but he did. Maybe there's some randomizer in the game that takes effect. I think so in that case. Just randomized the die roll and came up snake eyes, and so he routed, even though there's no reason. It's not like he was threatened. There's no enemy units anywhere around him. But at least I could get him off the road, which is good. Whoa! A lot of units move through that woods. Come on. Got to notice that this AI doesn't mind breaking up the armies, both Prussians and British, into like separate fighting units. Reminds me of Custer at the Little Bighorn. He kept breaking up his command. And I think it consisted of 10 companies of the 7th Cavalry. And by the time he got to, they call it Last Stand Hill, where he made his last stand, I think he only had 3 companies with him. Because he kept sloughing them off as he was maneuvering around. It seems like this AI does the same thing. Like sloughs everything off into these separate battles, and they're small battles which really he can't hope to win. I mean, the French are coming up on him with about, like in Quatre Bras, with a whole corps. He's got a couple battalions, and I mean, do you really think you're going to hold back a whole corps? Same thing here. He had like, what, maybe a division or 2? And that might work if you take a strong position and then you wait for reinforcements. But I don't see any reinforcements coming up. And they're not taking a strong position. It's fighting out in the open. Well, I better attend to here. Boy, this guy isn't long for this world. It's a routed and isolated column. There's a couple negative die rolls for that. This guy's in column. Let's put him in line. We'll really deliver some firepower on this guy. It's in line, In line. Oh, he's going to get nailed. Now this is a skirmisher. I'm going to move him up here. Oh, look at this other unit that popped up. Holy shit. Ooh. 2 battalions in line and they're not disordered. Uh-oh, we better be afraid of those. Okay, we're going to put this battalion in line. We're going to move down. We're going to move this supply out of the way. That's disordered. That's not, and he's in column. Okay, so we're going to march down here. Going to put him into line. Nope, doesn't have enough movement points. This is routed. This guy's disordered. Now, this stack, they're pointed up this way. So this guy's in line, so I'm going to attack his rear. Start delivering fire there. This guy's in line too. See if he can get in on the action. Oh yeah. And although this guy's disordered, he's in line. So he can deliver half firepower. So we'll start bringing some firepower in on this guy. Now this guy's in column. Very good. So he'll move up here. I don't think I have enough movement points to get him in the line. Nope. But next time he will. And this guy down here is in column. Now, is he... He's in a field. Good. I'll limber up this artillery battery. And fortunately, the unit under him is in column. And move him up here. Next turn, hopefully I can hem this guy in, unless he moves north. And then I'll deploy the artillery and start firing at him. This guy's still disordered because of my stupidity. I moved him down a road in line. Well, I can still move him, I think, 1 hex, which is what I'll do. Okay. It mystifies me as to where all the Prussians are. They're really not around me that I can see. And they're not into the northern part of Saint Amand. Where the heck are they? They're not in Bry either. There's a bunch of them down here, but these are all skirmishers. Saint Amand must be filled with them, but I'm down here. They're not across this stream. Where else? Ligny? Where's Ligny? Yeah, maybe they're all in Ligny here. That's a pretty big village. Waiting for me to attack. Well, surprise, it's not going to happen. I'm not that foolish. Although Napoleon would attack them, so what does that mean? I'm greater than Napoleon? Oh, well. Okay, these guys are all moved. Now, let's move the guy out of the woods. These guys out of the woods here. Get them in the action. Oh, this will be interesting. Instead of the French attacking the stationary Prussians, as happened in the battle, the Prussians might be attacking the stationary French. Now, I don't know how I guess part of the AI slow reaction to this is that this attack really isn't heading to any game objectives. There's no objectives out here because the objectives were put down on the map according to the historic battle. And objectives I'm going for had nothing to do with the battle. Although it is an extremely important objective because Napoleon's initial plan was to divide the two armies, the British from the Prussians, and attack each one separately. Well, if I occupy the road going to Vavra, that's Napoleon's objective, to divide the two armies, because the Prussians will not be able to support the British if I hold that road. But see, it's not an objective because it wasn't an objective in the battle, because Napoleon preferred a head-on attack against the Prussians deployed in the villages instead of maneuvering. There goes the furnace again. It's still cold here. Although I think it's supposed to warm up today to almost 50. But apparently not yet. It's still in the morning. So I don't know what was with Napoleon in the Waterloo campaign, because he chose not to maneuver. He chose to make head-on attacks just like he did at Borodino. And yet you can see on both battlefields, if you maneuver, you have a chance to come up with some really decisive results. But if you attack head-on, it's like a meat grinder, and you're guaranteed not to have any strategic results because the terrain is unfavorable for it on a head-on attack. So I just don't get what Napoleon was thinking of. But for that very reason that it usually turns into a meat grinder, I don't like to do head-on attacks unless I have to. Even at Leipzig, Napoleon's main attack was against the Austrian army, which was good, but he did a head-on attack. And the couple times I've played that game, I've attacked the Austrian right flank, which is on open ground, and broken it each time. I not only broke it, I blew it away. And held my ground with the center and French right flank. So yeah, I got some casualties there, but I held the center while I put all my reserve forces on the French left flank, and I swept all before me. That's the fun of playing these games. You can see how an alternate strategy plays out. Okay. Oop, better check the time again. Looks like I'm almost up. 55 minutes. Well, 5 more. I'll probably just move. I might not even move this entire 6 corps. Yeah, this will be nice. From now on, there'll be a steady stream of reinforcements on the French left. Instead of fighting a battle on the shoestring there, I'll finally have some punch. Okay, I think we'll end it there. And then we'll continue on tomorrow. Oh, the 6th Corps. Geez, it's going to be about 3 more moves before it gets past the old guard. I don't get what's going on here. He's got these units in square, and then he's got all these skirmishers just sitting there. I mean, like his skirmishers, well, I guess, and I can see this in a way, you can use skirmishers defensively. In fact, if the enemy's got cavalry and you want to kind of blunt his initial charge, you throw out skirmishers, and instead of him attacking your unit behind the skirmisher, he has to attack the skirmisher. And then if you've got like artillery, which he doesn't, you can fire through your own skirmisher. So the advantage is it makes the enemy cavalry attack your skirmisher, so he's motionless in front of your skirmishers. You can fire artillery at him, and then he'll attack your skirmisher and make it fall back, and then he'll be in front of your cannon for another turn. So you'll get 2 cannon fires at him point blank. But he's got way too many skirmishers for that. He's got them stacked up like he's going to use them for defense. That's a complete waste of skirmishers. He should have about 3 skirmishers, that's all he needs, and form a line in front of his units. But see, he's already got them in, he's got this battalion in square already. So that's his protection. And that looks like his only battalion. The rest of these are all skirmishers. Well, he's got another battalion up here. And he's got 2 more up here. So I don't get what he's trying to do with all these skirmishers. There's way too many of them. What he should have done is moved them out and try to infiltrate on both flanks. That would have forced me to fall back, because I don't want these cavalry surrounded as far as their exits go. And really, I don't need this cavalry division here anymore because all my units are gone. But I don't want him to just start marching down this road and march through these open fields and then go down this road. So I want to hold him back as long as possible. But if he tried to outflank me with all the skirmishes he has, I'd certainly fall back. Oh well, what are you going to do? So until tomorrow.